Let's now turn to this hypothesis testing problem. We have 300 people that are surveyed. 100 of them skipped breakfast. That's the 38 plus 62. And 200 did not. That's the 45 plus 155. Does it appear that skipping breakfast is associated with fatigue? We'll do this one using the binomial exact test. So to get started, we will define pi to be the probability that somebody who has fatigue skipped breakfast. The null hypothesis will be that pi is simply equal to 1/3. 1/3 of the population skipped breakfast, and so if there's no association, then 1/3 of the people with fatigue skipped breakfast, just by simple chance. The alternative hypothesis will be that pi is greater than 1/3, that if you have fatigue, then it's more likely than not that you skipped breakfast. So that's the null alternative hypotheses. Null hypothesis will be that the larger the number that appeared here is simply due to chance, while the alternative hypothesis will state that no, it's not chance, that the event is actually a real increase. Okay, so to do this problem, we're going to use the binomial exact test. We notice that there are 83 trials. And our test statistic, in this case, is 38. There are 38 people of these 83 that skipped breakfast. And so our p-value will be the probability of seeing a test statistic this large or larger. And that'll be 1 minus the probability that k is less than or equal to 37. And so using either Excel or else a calculator, we compute that probability. So 1 minus binom dist. Now let me change the formatting here so that doesn't happen again. Equals 1 minus, try again. Okay, here we go. Equals 1 minus binom dist 37. 83 trials, probability of success is 1/3, and it is true that I want to add up all the probabilities to the left of 37. So we compute this, we get 0.012. So we have a p-value that is less than our default value of alpha, 5%, and so our decision is going to be that we reject the null hypothesis. So I'll type that down here at the bottom. We reject the null hypothesis. It appears that skipping breakfast is associated with fatigue. So the procedure for the problem is we've defined what pi is. The null hypothesis is that this is simply due to chance. The alternative hypothesis states that this is a real difference. And then we compute the p-value with the test statistic that is given.